in my soul, my Savior ought to be. How great thou art, how great thou art. I am Jasmin. I'm from Jamaica. I came to this country in 1956. I've got 6 children. They're all grown up now. I've got 15 grandchildren and 6 great-grands. We are a closely knitted family. They look after me. So I was brought up in church. I was very active in the church. I was in the Young Ladies Sodality. I was in the choir, and we did a lot of things at the church. I was in Jamaica, 1989, and the phone rang, and Brenda was on the phone, and she said, "Something happened, Mommy." She said, Brian was killed, but they have him on a life support, and we need you before we turn the life support off. That's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, to travel alone on that plane to get here. So many things was going on in my head, and when I came, I didn't see him. I didn't get to look at him, nothing. I love my son Brian. I loved him dearly. He was my baby. Brian was a boxing promoter, and they won a fight. And he went home, and his friend called him and said to him, "Aren't you going to celebrate?" And he said, "No, I don't want to come out. I don't want to celebrate." And he says, "Come on, man, let's go and celebrate." And he did. They went to a wine bar, because he doesn't drink strong drinks. And he parked his car, and when they came out of the wine bar, they were going through a alleyway, and these 2 policemen came after them and said, "What you doing here?" He said, "I'm going home. I just parked my car. I had a drink. I'm going to get a taxi." The policeman started hitting him with the new American baton, what came out, and he hit him in the back of his head. About 6 times, they said. The policeman's wife told us that when he was getting ready to leave home to go on duty that night, he told her he was going out to get a nigger. And that's what he did, kill my son. So then from there, they locked him up, and the friend saw his face dropped. And he said to them, "Don't you see he's dying? He's sick, he's dying." And they hesitate for a while, and then they take him to St. Thomas's Hospital and put a bail ban in his trainers and tell the nurses that he's drunk. But then after they waited for a while and he didn't come round, they went to see what happened, and they realized that he had paralysis. The face dropped, he couldn't speak, nothing. And that was it. The police they didn't do anything about it, nothing. We didn't get any justice. They had a march, and we went and stopped at Teddington police station. They have a balcony. I went up there. The guys them was starting to have a riot, and I went up there and I said, "We don't want any problem. Let us do this with dignity. I don't want any rioting, nothing. I just want to be at peace." And it was, if you had dropped a pin after that, you would have heard it. My faith do a lot for me, darling. If it wasn't for the grace of God, I don't think I would be here today. So without God, you can't go through. The reason why I can still smile, I give myself to God. With His will, you will live on. So that's what I am doing now. And I am still doing God's work. He gives all of us a job. And this is my job that God gives to me.